What's up, everybody? We are back for episode 2 of Crypto Magic Hour. Happy Monday. I'm here with my co-host, Dave. How's it going?
What's up, everybody? What's good? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Welcome to episode 2 of Crypto Magic Hour. Magic, I'm excited. My hair wasn't working, so I had to give everybody the New York fitted. So it is what it is. And everybody,
You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome.
Yeah, and listen, for whatever reason, that what's up Degens in the chat is me, but for some reason it's coming up as Magic. We're technologically impaired. Hanano, we need your help. Drastically, so please help us. So if you see me post, I can't be posting some wild shit in there. So because if it comes,
no, because it comes across as me, so don't be doing that. Use your words.
All right. But I appreciate everybody being here again for episode 2. Thanks for episode 1. I hope this one's going to be even bigger. I'm going to push this out. If you guys can obviously share this thing out on Twitter, X, any social platform, obviously, that you guys are on would be insanely beneficial for us if you can. We had 500 and change last time. Magic, what was the total number that we had of listens for last week? Because I'm goal oriented here. I'm looking to crush.
Yeah, while we were live, it was 500 towards the end. We stuck around in the 400s, but yeah, all the way up to 500. That's great for our first show. That's amazing.
Let's go. I'm looking to crush.
We're just getting started.
Yeah, I'm looking to crush that record this week. And use your phone to comment on YouTube. Okay, let's go. You see, Hanano in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna pull my phone up on YouTube.
But make sure your volume's down because then you're gonna get this crazy interference.
I got it. Okay.
So we had a natural progression of, we have all sorts of ideas for what each episode could be about. You can talk about this for days, weeks, months, years. It's what you guys do all day.
Facts.
But we naturally came to this because I monitor my comments and everything to see, the sort of people that are new to the stream and what everyone's saying, and immediately in the comments hit up by potential scammers. And so I said, look, I think this is where we need to focus our attention on. We have some other topics as well, but this week is staying safe, because that's more than half of the reason that I'm not more into crypto than I am, is because I'm terrified. It's one false move, one click of something, and you lose everything. So I kind of want to dive in by first, can you go over all the different types of scams you've seen, whether it's clicking a link, joining a Telegram group. We're seeing seed phrases everywhere.
Yeah. There's a bunch, and Viper, just FYI. Magic looks good. What about me, bro? What about me? 100%. So there's Magic, this from last week when we kind of did our little post show recap, right? Review. We got on the phone and you were hey, there were some comments, there were some YouTube comments and people were commenting. And I'm like, that's great. I love feedback, right? This is amazing. Let's do this. And ultimately, I even felt, I'm looking at it and I'm reading it and someone was like, oh, can you guys talk about XYZ? And it's investment decisions and how you do this. And I'm just like, whoa. Stop trying to take my viewership elsewhere, right?
Do you want me to put that up or not yet?
Yeah. Put it up. Put them up so people can genuinely see exactly what happened, right? So look, this is what this person put up. What's the most common winning investment strategy for a new beginner? Now, totally random comment, right? It's just oh, this should get the conversation going. People should say, people should start ultimately, this is going to get them involved. So now you don't realize that, now there's one response, another response, and you see, oh, as a beginner, it's essential for you to do this, and please educate me, right? They're now having full conversations. My dumbass also, just to show you how social engineering works, my thought process was, wait a minute. I can't have this. I'm listen, we're going to cover this, so nobody go anywhere. Not thinking anything right off the bat. But as I continue to read the comments and as you read through these, okay, look at this. Please educate me. I've come across this name before. Now I am interested, because now they're mentioning someone named Miss Helen Carter, whatever the hell, right? Yeah, correct. Helen's strategy has normalized winning trades for me also. It's like, oh my God, yes, I agree. This is amazing. And then next thing you know, they start talking, and where is it? Helen Carter. I'm surprised at this name. The fact I get to learn. We'll here's my comment. We'll be covering all this in an upcoming episode, as we'll be showing you how to, right. We'll be showing you how to integrate into AI into your investments and And I'm like, okay, great. And then as you continue to go, look at this one comment that says she's on Telegram. Y'all know that that's the first thing that literally goes up in my brain is like when somebody is trying
Red alert.
Yeah. I mean, listen to the VeVe fam out there, we are all way too familiar. Our tuition was paid on Telegram, right? Like for those of us that were dealing on Telegram and trading collectibles and gems and this and that, like, the cesspool that lies on Telegram. So when I saw this, I was just like, wait a minute. And as I went back and I started looking through them, you look at the actual usernames, it's all bullshit. It's literally all bullshit. So what it is it's one scammer that is like planting the seed to start the social engineering experiment on every single one of our listeners on this stream. Hey, can you go over this? General topic. Cool. And then everybody now starts to reply. But who's everybody? It's more of the bots, more of the
randos.
It's a whole fucking team. So now you're looking at this and you're like, and now I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait a minute. They're literally just like socially slowly engineering you, because the only thing they need, it's like, look at it as like almost like a Venus flytrap, right? Where they're lulling you and they're like, oh, this topic sounds interesting. I want to do something like this. I'm interested in learning about this. I don't know when Dave and Magic are going to cover this on Magic Hour. Let me go to Telegram and follow this dude. And once you get to Telegram, guys, I'm telling you right now, it's a wrap. They're going to get you to click one link. They can drain your wallets if it's on your computer. They can install malware. They can do 1,000,001 different things. Click this link to come here. And it's like, okay, now we'll get into the stuff today, like which we're going to go over about like how you can get hacked on your wallets and like what it genuinely means, because it's not as easy as just clicking a link and like all of a sudden your wallet gets drained, right? There's a process to kind of this whole thing. But this right here, like what you guys are seeing on this screen, is absolutely crazy. These are scammers with their own accounts, right? And you could tell by the name, right? Like whose name is it? Like who names themselves R134, whatever the fuck their name was. They literally implement exactly, Max. They're all kind of brilliant. That's the thing. They're all kind of brilliant because it has to be believable. And people, as long as you trigger that one little thing in a person that they hear or they see, now you have them hooked. And then it just becomes like phishing. Like you're like, all right, let's reel them in. Because all they really need is one or two people that maybe has a decent sized wallet. And next thing you know, you're on your computer clicking on that link and they're like, just click this one more thing over here. And you approve some transaction in your wallet, not really having any idea what it is, thinking, oh, okay, cool. Done. And your shit's gone. So this is something that, I mean, I've never seen this before. I've seen it in the comments, obviously, like on Twitter and on X when you like at like MetaMask. You can't even at MetaMask anymore because it's like, it's nothing but like, hey, for help here. This was rampant in 2021, but be very, very, very careful when it comes to this shit. And what I mean, last thing I'll say, and I'll land this plane, hit us up, like hit up the comments, asking everybody else in the comments if this shit is legit, because Magic and I are obviously checking these comments like on the reg. So if you're not sure about something, you're like, man, are they asking me to go someplace else? That is your first sign. Are they trying to take me off platform? Like, and why? Like, if they're trying to take you off platform, you need to let that, like that spidey sense needs to go off, and you need to just straight hit the brakes and hit the pause button and be like, all right, something's off. Like, that's it. That needs to be step number one above anything else. And I think you'll be better prepared for shit that way.
They also did this on TikTok. So we just launched a TikTok and put, we're going to be doing shorts about stuff like this and all over the board. But one of the comments was very similar to all that you're seeing here on TikTok as well. So they're everywhere. Yeah. So can you explain to me, you've got these people that are putting their seed phrase. Why are they doing that? Because that's not my seed phrase. So how does that affect me? Are they trying to lure me into putting mine then as a response? Like what is the strategy behind that?
That's exactly it, right? What they're trying to do is they're trying to normalize this behavior. You get me? Because for someone that is just now coming into crypto, if they see that somebody else posted their seed phrase and that multiple people are posting their seed phrase, to a newbie, it's like, let me post my seed phrase. This is it. Like, let's do this, right? Like, this makes sense. And that is the thing that like they try and do. So when you hear me say social engineering, it's a fancy term for they're literally just trying to prime you so that they can screw you over. That's it. That is exactly what it is. So
they're trying to do some inception.
That's it. But it's really not like, think about it. It's kind of, and Max is right though. It's not gonna lie. It's smart, because at the end of the day, it's like, wait a minute. Like, why would somebody try and do this? But it's like, if I'm new to crypto and I see somebody putting their seed phrase and I need help with something, it's like, oh, can you guys help me? Oh yeah, here's my thing. Thinking it's like some customer service shit. Maybe this is just different. People don't understand blockchain at the basic level. So if y'all are listening here, you're welcome.
So can you tell me how these links work? So you see, you say you're on a Discord or you're on a Telegram that you think is safe. This happens to kind of all Discords because people can just come in and it takes one link to wipe people out. And I've seen it a lot. But how does it actually work with the link that you then get your wallet drained? Is because you connect your wallet to this link?
Yeah. So ultimately, like, it happens in two parts. Okay. And I'll explain it. And I'll also, so let me see if I can show the visual component to it as well. But let me kind of walk you guys through it just so you guys understand. And ask Grok to analyze the comments for bot. But that's the thing, Slider. They're not necessarily bots, right? Like, they're not necessarily bots. They could be genuinely real accounts because those look like real, genuine comments. And they'll take the time to actually sit there and manually write it out, because cracking the right wallet, you're good. Somebody cracked a Bitcoin wallet, found 4,100 Bitcoin in it. Think about that.
Whoa.
Yeah, 4,100 Bitcoin. So like, you got $250 million. You're chilling. You don't really got no more problems in the world. So yeah. But Magic, to your question, right? Of like, how do you get hacked, right? Like, how does it actually happen, right? And guys, keep the questions coming. I've
got acros written down.
Let's go. Beautiful. So here's how it works, right? It starts with, like, they'll give you a link, right? And traditionally, like in the blockchain world, the way it works is when you want to do something, right, in blockchain, you have a wallet, right? And that wallet, like we said last week, is kind of like your digital identity on what we call on chain. All right. So that's who you are, whether it's that 60-digit number where it's 0xA352, whatever, or you have an ENS domain, which we do, by the way, cryptomagichour.eth, which we will announce in a little bit. Whatever that is, that's your on-chain identity, right? So when that's your on-chain identity, you have to connect that, right, to what's called a dApp. And what a dApp is, it's a decentralized application. So the same way that you have regular applications that you connect to or that you use, or Chrome extensions or whatever on Google, it's the same thing. But in this case, like, some people build dApps, right? This entire blockchain world is built on a decentralized application. So the first step is connect your dApp so that we can now connect you, right? Number one, to our site, right? And then if you were to do anything on chain, we're going to be the ones to facilitate that for you. And that's when you get the second step. So step one is connect to the dApp or the website. And that's usually where a lot of the shit happens, right? Because people then end up just getting into all these crazy different funnels, right? Because I could build a website tomorrow and literally have somebody connect to it and be like, okay, but that in and of itself is not what's going to get you drained. So if you connect to a bad website or it's a bad link or whatever the case is, that's not like, you're not done for yet. Okay. Where the issue lies is you have to actually approve a transaction. Meaning you have to then give them access in order to do something, right? So that shows up in the version of whether you're using MetaMask or any other. Let me share this so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. I'm going to open up, like, let's say like OpenSea or something like that, right? So you guys can see, and hopefully you'll be able to see the extensions as well. But hold on. Let me present. Dun, dun, share screen. Here we go. Can I share the entire screen? Yep. Okay. Oh, this doesn't work like this.
Do a window.
Got
Share
it.
a window instead.
Okay.
There's a
Wait.
lot going on there.
Right? That's crazy. Bear with us. Okay. Do the window. Do the window. Wait, a window. Oh. Okay. I got
And
it.
then you select the tab.
No, not even the tab because I want it in a different window. Here we go. Okay. Now I got it. Guys, I'm getting this shit. Okay. Okay.
Baby steps.
Okay. All right. So let me go here. Yeah. Wait. Why am I not seeing it? Chrome tab, login, OpenSea. Okay, perfect. Okay, you guys see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I pull up the OpenSea website, right? Everybody pretty much familiar with OpenSea. This is where it was one of the bigger marketplaces, NFT trading marketplaces. You go to OpenSea, right? This is your login screen, okay? When you click on MetaMask, right, you now have to connect to OpenSea. So this is what I was talking about, all right? So I go to MetaMask, right? I click on here. Let me just log in.
Now you're getting pop-ups that we can't see, I believe, for you to log in.
Oh, because it's coming up. Hold on. Now let me share this. Well, that's my password. So hold on. Shit. Hold on a second. I can't see anyway. Okay, so do you see like the side thing now?
You took it down.
Okay, wait. You know, why can't this screen share shit just work like it normally like it's supposed to? What the hell? Okay, MetaMask share. Okay, so you see this now, right?
This is a good question we need to come to. Can you address that one real quick? Because it's
Yeah, which one?
related. It's related. Acolytes. Sometimes official pages of projects get hacked and people think the links posted are legit. Like, it's coming from the actual owner of the Discord. So in cases like those where they're like, oh, hey, there's a free mint right now. Click this link, but it's not actually them. They got hacked. How do you, because there's the FOMO in us, right? We're like, oh, I got to get on this right now before it gets all minted out. And so people rush to go do it. I think this happened with Elman X actually. How do you know if the link is legit? Like, do you wait and ask around? Like,
yeah. So it's a good question, right? So it's like sometimes official pages can get hacked, right? And in that case, there is no way to genuinely like tell what it is, but this is where like you reading what comes up on these messages, and this is where a lot of the different wallet providers are actually this. Like, it's an amazing question. You have to genuinely start reading, because in 2021, all we got was gobbledygook goop, and we were just like, what am I signing? I don't even know what it is. It's like, okay, I guess I want to buy this NFT. Cool. And I hit okay. Now they've really transitioned into really showing you what it is that you're doing. So you see here, right? And this is just MetaMask, right? As an example, even though I hate MetaMask, but like they're getting better. Request, right? So I'm going to sign in. So Acolyte, if you click that Discord link, right? And that Discord link brings you to, let's say, this website, whether it was OpenSea or whatever, right? And it prompts you to now connect your wallet. This is now, remember, 2 steps. This is now connecting you, right, to the website and the dApp. You're not essentially saying, I'm giving you access to my wallet. Your wallet is connected, but they don't have access just yet. So you can see this stuff right here, right? Like now you'll get like alerts. And I highly recommend that people start reading these alerts. This request is for a different account than the one selected in your wallet. To use another account, connect it to this site. So now it's like, all right, your MetaMask has one thing, but you want to connect with another one. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll switch it up. But look, welcome to OpenSea. Click to sign in and accept the OpenSea terms of service. This request will not trigger right here. This request will not trigger a blockchain transaction or cost any gas fees. And a lot of times, if somebody is hacked, what they'll do is they'll work it into this kind of like flow where you'll connect your wallet and then immediately right after, there'll be another pop-up. Because one thing I know about us, we're impatient as fuck. And nobody has patience. They're just like, go, 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 go. Because they've socially engineered you to believe this NFT mint is ending. There's only 5 minutes left. You have to get in on this. So you're like, fuck. And you click and done. But with this, I can't stress this enough, guys. If you're not familiar with this, if you've been hacked before, take the fucking time and really go through this so you can understand. And a lot of times you'll see here, right? In the beginning, when this came up, I have to read to the bottom in order for this confirm button to pop up. But now I hit confirm. Okay, cool. That logs me directly into OpenSea. You get me? So now, like, there's no blockchain transaction happening. Nothing at all. On a fake site, what they'll do is immediately after I sign confirm, there'll be another thing that actually wait, where's my, let me share the OpenSea one now. There'll be immediately another one that will come up and pop up and say, oh, like this you should be signing this too. And people are like, wait, what? But the second I click confirm, it went directly to my OpenSea page. It went right here. Nothing else was being asked of me, right? Here's my thing. Here's my wallet. This is essentially what's happening. Okay, cool. Like everything's connected. Everything looks fine. Great. If they're hacking you, right? And this is, by the way, where you can see, and we'll talk about like wallet health in a second. And Viper actually brought up a great point to me this morning, but this is where you get to see what you're connected to. So if you guys are using MetaMask, okay, you get to click on, right? When you open this on your extension, you see how it says OpenSea? You guys probably have a laundry list of shit, which I probably do too, right? At the end of the day, to be able to see what you genuinely and what sites you're connected to. You guys can't see the MetaMask thing, I just realized, right?
Right.
Okay. Anyways, not the most important thing, but point being, 2 steps. One, when they try to engineer you and you click a bad link, they're going to take you to a website that just connects to the website. It's the second transaction, right? The second one that's going to try and execute a transaction for you, where ultimately it's like, oh shit, like that is when you get hacked, because in that message is going to be, you saw how in the first message on the MetaMask, it said, you're just connecting to MetaMask. There will be no blockchain transaction. That second one is going to give you a bunch of shit that you're probably not going to understand. And they're going to make you sign some sort of approval. And next thing you know, you're going to give them access to you're literally opening the door for them to say, hey, come on in. So when I say patience is the key to all of this, like patience. Vipe, I'll tell you, Vipe, I'll tell you what the Vulcan address is after. But yeah.
Have you ever experienced that? Have you run into a situation?
Hell yeah, of course. I've been hacked so many times. It's crazy. I mean, not recently, thank God. Please. But yeah, no. I've definitely been hacked. In 2021, like I was like, once I discovered like NFTs during that boom, right? Like in the summer of 2021, I was seeing everything on Twitter. I was like, click, until I realized, all right, wait a minute. I could probably do better. There needs to be something here. But I got my worst hack was for like maybe $4,500. Like one of the worst was like $4,500. Yeah.
Yeah, that still hurts.
Yeah, it hurts. And because here's the thing. They'll bundle everything, right? Like, so when you give them access to your wallet, when you sign that second MetaMask transaction, not just connecting to the site, but now you're connecting your wallet to the chain and giving them access to it. They now have access to, or they can have access to your NFTs. They have access to your crypto, right? Like, think about what you do with your wallet, right? Like, they have access to all of this stuff. So it's a really, really tough thing to kind of just throttle back. I can't tell you, this job is kind of unforgiving because like I'm kind of the go-to person where people call and they're like, oh my God, help me. What do I do? I don't know what just happened. It's like, that fucking sucks to take that phone call from somebody, right? It really sucks. But this is why we're here and why we're doing this stuff, because patience, number one, read exactly what it is. Every time you get a pop-up from MetaMask, I'm telling you, it is not worth getting your shit drained. And like, read that message because it's in plain English now. They really did change it, whether it's MetaMask, Uniswap, Phantom, it doesn't matter. And be very, very careful. What about
Yeah, no, that's amazing advice, because I don't pay enough attention when I'm doing this. So
nobody does.
No.
And like you're
just like, oh, the routine, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing, because like we're conditioned that way. Right? Like, we are genuinely conditioned that way, because it's like, I'm in Discord and it's like, oh, I'm clicking a Discord link. That's how Rolly got drained of all his Remember Chico Rocco? Everybody was involved with the
Yeah, I remember he got drained.
Yeah. So he clicked a bad
That
link in
wasn't that long
Discord.
ago.
Yeah. So Broly clicked a bad link in Discord, and next thing you know, done and done, right? Like he got a lot of his shit drained, right? I remember getting that phone call, and I was like, Broly, you got to do this. Now, do we want to kind of go into how do you actually alleviate that? I mean, because Slider has a really good question, right? Like, there are tools that I can show you guys to be able to do this, but do we kind of want to go into like, how do you, when you because there's going to be that aha moment where you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. And then all of a sudden you start seeing your NFTs fly out your wallet and you're like, yeah. Do we want to go into kind of how to kind of alleviate, or like how to kind of maybe like the kill switch kind of deal? Like, how do you do something like that?
So you can stop this as it's happening. Like you can abort and it'll be and not lose everything.
Yeah. Well, if you
how would you know that it's so I guess do talk about this, because how are you going to know that it's like, are you literally seeing stuff on your screen disappear in front of your eyes? Like, is it that updated? You have to refresh. Like, how does that work?
So here's the thing, and this is something where it boggles my mind how this doesn't exist in crypto, or like it's not like mainstream yet, right? Like, think about your bank, okay, for a second. Like, if you do a bank transaction with Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, wherever it is you're located, right? You pretty much get a notification on your phone, right? That says, hey, like such and such was debited from your account, or a credit card transaction, or your Visa, whatever. Why doesn't that happen in crypto? Like, think about that. Like,
why doesn't it?
It can, and there are wallets now that do, right? You just have to be able to figure out, like, wait a minute. Like, so for me, every single wallet I have, if something's going in or something's going out, I am getting a push notification on my phone that tells me something just happened. Right?
I need to do that. I don't have mine set up like that.
Yeah. Like
I'm learning.
Yeah. 100% for everybody that's listening. Like like Viper said, notifications are 100% your friend. Think about it.
It's so ironic because with so many apps, like we have so many apps on our phone and we get annoyed by all the notifications. So most of us like, oh, do you want us to send you notifications? You're like, nope. And I think I have literally, like, when I set up Phantom, I'm like, no, thank you. Because I was getting, everyone's doing those follows. I'm like, I don't need my phone going off all day.
Yeah.
And I clicked to turn them off.
Yeah.
So that was a mistake on me.
It's crazy. It really is crazy. And what I want to show you guys is, so like, I genuinely love, and Slider, I'm going to get to your question. I didn't forget, right? I really want you guys to, like, one of my favorite wallets is the Uniswap wallet, right? I think the Uniswap wallet is amazing. It has built-in notifications. It has all the different chains. You can see all of your different stuff. So here, I want to show you guys this. Give me a second. But
that also will lead into the next topic as well.
Yeah. I mean, look, oh my God, there's so many different things, but like basic notifications, like how is that not a thing already? Right? Like how, like it doesn't make any sense to me. Right? So here, I'm going to post Magic. Maybe I'm just going to post this in the chat because
as me, great.
As you. I don't know why it's that long, but whatever, it is what it is. Yeah.
What am I looking at?
So is that did that come through as a link? Yeah. So that's essentially that's the link. Magic.
It looks like an address. Like, is that what it's supposed to look like?
No. That's, I don't know why it came across in two parts. Yeah. See, we gotta clean this shit up out here. What is going on over here? Hold on.
You can't do a screen share?
Yeah. I can screen share. Yeah. So you guys can see.
Just do that.
Yeah. Delete that from the chat or whatever. Like, scratch that.
Yeah.
So I just did the Google search. So you guys can see what I'm talking about, right? So just literally go to Google and click Uniswap wallet, right? And then, or you can get it. It's in the Google Play Store. It's in the, what's it called? It's in the App Store. It's an amazing wallet. You got, for anyone that has not used Uniswap, we'll go over like what a DEX is as well. And essentially, but like this is where you're swapping one currency for another. It's a decentralized exchange, but they also have a wallet with actual built-in notifications so that you can get notified every single time a transaction is happening on, like, in your wallet. That's what I'm talking about. So you can either download the Chrome extension, right? Super quick, easy. I actually don't have the Chrome extension on this Mac. I have it on another book, but if I want to just literally download it like this, oh no, I do have it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Hold on a second. Let me enable it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Bam. Okay.
We've still got the same page up.
Yeah, I know. No, hold on. I'm just putting this in, but then I'm gonna have to put in my recovery phrase, but that's fine. But go here, download this, right? And it's gonna essentially be just like any other. You guys see how it's up here, right? You see all my different extensions. I have Phantom, I have Xverse, I have Unisat.
We're not seeing all those.
No. Do you see my cursor or no?
I see your cursor, but there's
Yeah,
nothing at the top that you're saying.
Oh, so you only see the screen. You don't see like the toolbar tab.
Right. You would have to share your whole internet window.
You guys don't,
because you're selecting a specific tab, right?
Yeah, but then how do we avoid it going into like, inception mode?
Yeah,
500 things. We'll get there, guys. Bear with us. We'll work out the kinks. But ultimately, you guys know what browser extensions look like, right? So you'll have a simple browser extension on top, but this is like, it's incredible. It's so much easier. And there's a very, very simple way for you guys to literally like just turn on the notifications. I can actually do it on my phone. So you guys can actually see it on what I can do is, you know what? This will make a great short. So I'm going to record like a thing on my phone so that people can genuinely see like exactly like how it works, what happens. It's literally a simple push notification. And if you see that pink Uniswap like push notification show up on your phone, something's happening in your wallet. That means something's either coming in or something is going out, right? Period. End of story. And that's how it should be at a very, very basic level. That's what you should do. Now, I want to address Slider's question really quickly because he was just like, "What do you do about like, I think it was like dummy accounts or like
what about burner wallet?"
Yep. Okay.
Let me put that up there.
So burner wallets. This is what I want you guys to start getting in the habit of doing. Also,
you want me to take this off the screen or not right now?
Which one?
Your screen share.
No, it's good. You should see delegate.xyz. Yeah. So I switched it up, right? So delegate.xyz. This is the tab I want you guys to obviously like use. Here, I'll put this in the chat because this is a money one, right? So delegate.xyz is literally putting, right? So here's somebody used this this analogy with me a little while ago, and it's just like when you connect to some of these apps, right? And you're bringing your wallet with you. Think about like if you have all of your money in your wallet, like who carries around their life savings in their wallet, right? You only carry around cash, like whatever cash you need, some credit cards, and there's stops like in place for that kind of shit. But ultimately, it's like you're literally going to the bar, and instead of just showing your ID, you're like, here's my ID, here's all the money I have, here's all the NFTs I have. I got a Bored Ape, I got this, and it's like that doesn't make any sense, right? Like nobody should be doing that. So what delegate.xyz does is this allows you to kind of like put kind of like a dummy wallet, right, in between you and the site that you're connecting to. And what I mean by that is, so it's like, how like we went over and it's like, hey, connect your wallet here. And it's just like, okay, I'm directly connecting my wallet to that website. What this is doing is saying, hey, that now leaves you open to remember what we said, where it's like, if somebody sends you a blockchain, like a notification on your MetaMask pops up and you say, okay, now they can drain everything you have. What this is doing is saying, here's my wallet, like back here, but I'm essentially just going to put the information that you need in this wallet up here. So it's like an extra layer of protection. Think of it as a power of attorney for like your real wallet. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you could do all the shit that you need with this wallet, and this is going to be your forward-facing one. But ain't nobody need to know all the shit that's in like your real wallet. Just for this, you could do it because people were just making different wallets for like, oh, let me create another burner and another burner and another burner. You don't need to do that, right? Like more and more and more. It's good practice, right? Like I get it, and that's for the old school crowd. But this right here, what you're able to do is you're literally able to delegate another wallet address to essentially say, hey, I want this address to show up, but there's another one in there, and that's what they create. So if I hit, let me see. So I'm going to hit connect. Yeah, we got to figure out how to do this magic, because I know you guys see this now, but you're not going to see the MetaMask transaction that comes up. Okay, so wait here.
Yeah, I think it just won't allow that. I think that's a general thing.
Here we go. All right, I can switch back and forth. So this is the MetaMask transaction that comes up. So I'm connecting to delegate, right? Now I hit OK. Now let me go back. Wait, are you guys still, which one are you seeing now?
You took the screen off.
Oh, why does it do that? Yo, we gotta troubleshoot this. But all right, let me see. Here, share screen, delegate. Okay. Right. So now here my wallet is connected, right? You guys see it here. When your wallet's connected, you'll see like the actual name or whatever the numbers here, right? And it's like, what do I actually want to do? Like, how does this actually work? So this says delegate a wallet, contract, or asset, right? At a basic level. So if I click delegate a wallet, right? I want to, let's say, name it Dave's wallet. Let me get the address. Bum, 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 bum. Okay.
So what, like, tell me an example of like what wallet you would be connecting right now.
Yeah. So if you have multiple wallets, right? So this is where you would just create, let's say, a burner, but you could reuse the burner wallet as the dummy wallet over and over. You don't need to keep connecting new ones. So what I would do is I have, like, let's say, some random one that literally has 50 cents in the wallet. I copy that wallet address and I put it in here.
But right? Isn't the whole point? I don't understand, because you're using delegate to protect your wallet, but then you're connecting a dummy wallet. Isn't the whole point that you would connect your actual real wallet that has your stuff? That's the point of using delegate?
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Look at the wallet that's connected. It's a great question. Look at the wallet that's connected, right? It's this one, right? Not any other one. It ends in 2E95. When I use delegate and I delegate a wallet, right? And I post, let's say let me use another one so you guys can see. Okay. So here, if I put this in here, right? Yeah, it has insufficient balance, but ultimately this is going to be tip delegate 005 gas fees to. I don't know why it's doing that. Can we just do V1? Y'all telling me I'm broke? What the hell? So ultimately, this has to. Let me see. No, I don't want to tip. Okay, here we go. That's it. Sorry, it was a little toggle action. So you see how this one ends in 6231, right? Again, this is 2E95. This is the contract this is the wallet rather that I have connected. But if I want to delegate, right, I could put in any other wallet address here, which you want it to be, let's say, a dummy wallet, right? So let me just get a dummy address. I'm not going to put in the 62311, but here you go. I put this in. Okay, great. Now it says delegate, right? So I click delegate. Let me get rid of this. Submit delegation. It comes up as a pop-up. Let me share this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Remember, everything is going to require these confirmations. Now it shows these different alerts. It's like, okay, what do I got to do here? The request is for a different account than the one you selected. Yep, I know that because it's delegate. And this is telling me, oh, I'm broke. I don't have $10 in, which is kind of fucking crazy that it's $10. But
yeah, so they're charging you for their service.
So in a way, yeah, it's baked into kind of like the gas fee, but yes. But here's what I will say, okay? Like, I cannot stress the importance of this. This will 100% keep you safe if you connect, literally, if you connect to a shitty website, right? Like, and even if you were to click on something, they can't just reach in and grab it because this is going to be the wallet that's connected. They can.
How does it protect you though? Like, how does it know? Yeah. How does delegate know that you have now connected to something malicious?
Yeah. So what you're doing is you're essentially saying to delegate, hey, I give you permission, right? To essentially, right? Like, I'm connected to delegate. I give you permission not to access my assets, but I give you permission to ultimately send me the info. So there's two wallets now, right? So there's my main wallet. Then there's the one that I've delegated the power of attorney to. And delegate is the one that's managing that. So everything that's coming in is going straight to that dummy wallet first, right? That burner wallet. There's nothing in that wallet. So if somebody wants to hack you, they don't have access to
Got it.
the one back here. The one back here, right? They have access to just the first or the front facing one. And that's the point, right? It's like this dummy wallet that's just sitting there. So in the event you do fuck up, they have your back for it. And it's a really powerful thing.
So then how long do you wait to say you're claiming something or whatever? Like, how do you know when it's safe then to move from your delegate to your actual wallet? Does that make sense? Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe I'm misunderstanding, but the way I'm looking at this is I'm going to go claim a free mint. So I'm using delegate. Delegate's going to say it was safe. I got this free mint. How do I know when it's okay to transfer it to my actual wallet?
Right. What you would do is the only thing, so that dummy wallet that you would essentially create is you would just fund that wallet. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's the wallet. Like instead of it giving you access, right? Like to everything in your entire wallet, that first wallet is kind of like your protector to where it'll say, hey, do you want to give $50 to mint this NFT like in ETH? So yes, Acrolite, you're connecting a burner, but Magic, think of it this way. I don't think I'm explaining this the right way, but let me see if I can just make it a little bit more.
Yeah, you got me. I'm a little lost.
Yeah. No. That's on me. So when you connect, let's say like another wallet, like you're creating another wallet because you have to delegate the power. Think of it again, power of attorney, right? I'm delegating the power to this other wallet, but you still control that wallet, right? Like that's yours. You have the seed phrase to it, but you're just not filling it with all of the stuff that's in your other wallet, right? Because like what you're protecting is all of the assets that are in your main wallet. You get me? So by doing that, this new wallet now is what it's ultimately serving as is like a buffer. So when you go to mint something, right, instead of creating a new burner, right, you could just put whatever funds you want in that wallet, right, and it'll ultimately do it and then it'll facilitate the transaction. Or it can take from your main wallet and in the event that you connected to a really shitty site and it was malware or whatever, like you then have to, like that additional layer is essentially going to be the buffer so that when it comes from your main, like if you're going to authorize it from your main wallet, it's only taking that amount and putting it into that buffer wallet. Does that make sense or no?
Yeah. It's just
no,
still a lot.
It doesn't.
Well, because I'm not thinking like,
yeah.
Why wouldn't I, if I want to go free mint something, but I'm a little suspicious about it, why would I not just create a brand new just wallet in general and only put in as much ETH as I need to make the transaction go through, and then if it gets hacked, it's fine, and if it doesn't, then I move it to my my main wallet. Like I guess it just feels like it's an extra step that it isn't absolutely necessary.
Yeah, but
I mean, is that true?
So think about it for a second, right? If you didn't have the time to do that, right? Like if you're doing that, that means you're thinking and you're patient and you're actually going through the steps to do it. How many people are doing that? Not many.
Right.
So instead of doing that every single time and having to remember that every single time, you do this one time on delegate, right? And ultimately, now you have the buffer forever. You don't need to create a million other burner wallets. You get me?
Gotcha. Yeah.
If by chance you happen to click on a shitty Discord link, right? And it takes you someplace where you're like, oh shit. And then let's say you do click on the link that connects you to the site, and then it does connect you to the what's it called. There's nothing in the wallet for them to reach in and take because you've already delegated it to this other wallet. The only whatever money or anything else that's in there, it's that dummy wallet. They don't have access. Your main wallet is sitting way back here in the safe, and everybody else or the scammers have access to just what's up here. Is that a little bit clearer?
Yeah. I think when you were first explaining it, you were sort of saying you're using delegate, but then connect a dummy wallet, but you can connect whatever wallet you want, really.
Agreed, but you don't want to really connect a wallet that has a ton of shit in it, right? Because like that's the whole point of it. Yeah. So you connect any wallet that you want. If it's got some ETH in there, maybe 50 or $100 in case you want to mint something or whatever. And look at it in terms of this. Whatever is in the wallet that you delegate to, right? There's your main wallet, and whatever's in the wallet that you delegate to, crypto, NFTs, or whatever, if you were to get hacked, that is the only, whatever's in that delegated wallet, that's the only thing that they're going to have access to. They're not going to have access to the main wallet. From burner, does the person have to transfer from burner to main? Correct. That's it. No, you don't have to transfer nothing from your from your main wallet to your delegated wallet. No, you don't have to do any of that. The only thing that you have is they're going to come up and say, hey, are you sure you want to? It's an extra added layer. Nothing is foolproof in crypto, just FYI. Nothing is going to prevent you from getting hacked 100% of the time, right? But what this does is that extra layer, that added step, gets you to slow down. Magic, you know how you said, well, can I just create a burner wallet every time I want to do this and want to do that? Yeah, sure. I wish everybody would. If that's the route you want to go, great. That means you're thinking about being hacked and you're not really being socially engineered. You're not rushing. You're not just connecting your web. You're not connecting your main wallet to any website, right? This is for if you don't want to create a million burner wallets, you delegate it to one, and ultimately you can put whatever you want in that wallet, right? And then ultimately, that's the only thing people will have access to. So it's like when you go to the bar, you show your ID. You're not saying, here's my ID and here's everything that's in my wallet. Here's my CryptoPunk. Here's all my NFTs. Here's my this. You're saying, here's my ID. That's what you need to see. Let me in. Cool. And then whatever is in that second wallet, that delegated wallet, is the only thing they have access to. So you never want to keep all your shit in there, because I know how people are. This is wallet health, right? You never want to keep all your shit in one wallet. But is that realistic? No. Like, I keep a lot of shit in one wallet, right? Like, at the end of the day, like I need to work on like good wallet hygiene. But I go through steps probably every few months to where it's like super necessary for people to genuinely understand, like, and this is the next piece I think we'll think about, where it's like, well, how do you stop it from getting hacked? Like the question you asked me before, Magic, like, how do you like stop that?
Yeah.
I want to get into that, but you guys understand now. If that's not clear, please tell me, or please ask me in the comments, because what this is doing is it's adding an extra step. It's giving you that extra pause to be like, wait, and you can have peace of mind knowing that if you were to click a bad link or whatever, the only thing that is going to be available to be able to take from you is whatever you have in that delegated wallet. They don't have access to your main wallet. That's it.
Can we go through some questions?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to go back up to Acolytes earlier. This, I think, was actually part of my list of things to talk about anyway. So
A potential rug. Yeah. Oof, there's a laundry list of these ones. So for new investors, new traders, right? If we're talking about rugging an NFT project, right? There's so many different things that you need to genuinely like look out for. But first and foremost, like my biggest one is, who are the founder? Who are the people behind the project? That to me, that's everything. If you're an anonymous founder, I get it. People want to like remain anonymous and like keep their anonymity. Cool, that's your prerogative. It's also my prerogative to not invest in your project at the end of the day, right? Like, that's my choice. But if you do decide like, hey, I'm going to take that step. I like these guys, even though they're anonymous and I don't know who they are, but I hear their voices on Twitter and blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I should say this, but this might be a little controversial to a couple people, but I'll give you guys a perfect example, right? Like AKCB, right? AKCB, right? Everybody's got, like, a majority of people I know in the VeVe community, a ton of people have a kid called Beast NFT. And it's not a rug per se, right? But like when you look at things, it's like, man, I don't really know like what happened. Nobody really knew who the founders were at the start. We heard a name, we had a Twitter account, right? So for me, it's like, okay, like let me get to know these guys. And then it almost becomes a don't invest more than you're willing to lose, right? But Acro, to your question, like, yes, like you want to, like the first sign is ultimately, who are the people involved? Are they doxxed? Can you see them on a screen like you see me and Magic right now, right? Like, are they within the community? Like, it's one thing to spend time on Twitter Spaces and everything else, and you hear a voice. I can flip a million different stories 100 different ways on Twitter Spaces for anyone to believe, right? And like, they're none the wiser. But it's like, you have a cool project, you have a cool, like, this is cool art and this is cool this. People get enamored, right? And they fall in love, and it's just like, okay. And then they end up putting their money into something where it's like, but you didn't know who the founders were? Think about it this way. It might be Web3 and all this other shit, but like, whose head rolls in case there's something wrong? Like, where does the accountability lie with somebody? If like if something goes wrong, who am I going to and who am I going to resolve this stuff with, right? And I say AKCB only because there was some crazy shit that went on like at the Mint, where it was like they were hiding a bunch of different stuff like in different accounts and whatever. The project itself is still great. I think the community is amazing, like for AKCB. But when you have undoxed founders, which I think are doxed now, I think, it just lends more credibility. So the first and most important thing is obviously like, who are the founders and are they doxed? After that, there's a laundry list that we can probably list off. I would say, if I'm really thinking about it, like, are they doxed and what are they asking you for, right? Like what is it? If something seems too good to be true in crypto, I can assure you it probably is too good to be true.
And for some of these, because I think we can relate this to both. And this next question I'm going to put up is in relation. We can be talking about meme coins or NFT projects. You kind of want to see if there's a white paper out there as well, right?
How many people read white papers, Magic?
No, I know. I'm just saying, would that be a piece of advice that you would share, or I'm just thinking of like other things?
So white papers are mainly for crypto, right? It's mostly on the fungible token side more than the non-fungible token side. Like NFTs, you'll get like a light paper or like a roadmap or something. But look, this is personal preference at the end of the day. For me, if you have a year or 2 year long roadmap, to me, it's nonsense in my opinion, right? Like somebody's like, this is what we're going to do. We laid out 2 years. This is what's up. And they have a cool website and all these milestones. Okay, cool.
Because actually being able to execute is very difficult for any business. Like,
you know how fast things change out here? Every week there's something different happening. You have no idea what tomorrow is going to bring, where the tech is going to go from literally day to day, week to week.
Regulations, anything.
Exactly. Look now, like Trump came in, right? That opened the doors, like the floodgates to like so much shit. And we're going to get to these stories also too, like news-wise and everything in a few. But yeah, like it's crazy. So like, if they have all this stuff laid out and it's like, oh, they have this crazy plan. And don't get me wrong, I'm not preaching from a high horse. I fell for all this shit in the beginning, literally all of it. I was there minting with everybody, AKCB, the whole 9 yards. Boring security, incredible classes. It's the Bored Ape guys. Amazing stuff. It's free. Not just, you don't have to have a Bored Ape or none of that shit. So like, shout out to the Bored Ape crew and those that do it. Shout out to Drew, who's doing all that stuff as well. Boring security is 100% a great resource. I would highly recommend it for sure. Yeah, and Vipe, AKCB launch was a Harvard Biz review on social engineering the masses. It was wild. It was like it had to be paused and this and that. And there was crying on spaces and motions. And there's so much that goes into this stuff, Magic. It's like a telenovela out here. I swear to God.
Let me put up this one next.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of similar.
Yeah. So with all the new meme coin mania happening, is there a way or a website to tell the validity of the coin? So there are a few tools depending obviously like on what chain that you're on. People do build certain things in, and what it does is it literally just looks at the contract on chain, and it has, this is where AI kind of really does come into play, because there are a few of them, and I can list them for you guys obviously like in the comments, but and maybe we actually, Magic, I'm gonna make a note real quick. Short for this question. That's for sure. I just don't want to forget. Short for resources.
How many you got cooking now, Dave?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I promise we're gonna be good. No, but biggest bro, you can do this, right? Like, and it's a great practice to be able to do it, right? Like, so if the question is the website valid or is the token valid, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that there's like rug checkers and all this other stuff, like all these other resources that can tell you like, look, this was launched, like the person that launched this or the address that launched this, they launched 17 other tokens in the last 24 hours. I probably don't want to invest in something like that, right? I don't want to put my money towards it. As far as a website goes, there's a ton of Web 2 resources as well. That I can obviously like list off for you guys too, like in one of the shorts to be able to do it. But yeah, that's like typical just website, like, health. If you go to a website and you don't see like you know how, and this is another thing, like people don't like just basic like computer work, because I was an idiot when it came to this shit too. If you don't see HTTPS at like in that URL, that S is that like like that's that security certificate that you need, knowing that it's a secure site and that it's legit. A lot of scammers don't bother either paying for that or whatever, so it's like you can get taken easily that way. Most browsers have it built in now, but yeah, there's a bunch of different like on-chain resources to tell if the token that you're buying is most likely go, because there's no way to tell right off the bat. Again, nothing is 100% foolproof, but there are tools that'll tell you this guy launched a token, literally fucking 17 tokens in the last 24 hours. He also has this much money in this wallet. You want to look out for that. So there's a laundry list of things. We could probably spend the whole episode going through like all of those for sure. She said, docs people have also rubbed people. I agree. It's like I said, Acro, nothing is 100%. People don't know. I mean, coins, NFT projects, like, yo, I'll say this. I'll even admit this right now, right? Like, I've launched 3 tokens so far, right? 3 in total. People could genuinely say, like, I rugged. Meanwhile, I've literally never sold any of the tokens because you get crucified as a founder. But the point being is, like, if the market deems like it, or doesn't see the value, or you're not like prevalent in like, and you're not top of mind every single day, people don't realize what it means to like launch a quote project, right? If you're going to launch a project, like there is so much that goes into it. So I would encourage everybody, create your own checklist, right? Like, because I can give you guys all the resources in the world, but like take a second, think about it, and be like, what's important to me? Do I need to see people's faces in order for me to feel comfortable? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. If it's not, what's the next thing on your list that you need to see? How much is the mint? How much are they asking me for? What do I need to do in order to actually like participate in this? And a lot of times too, the harder that either that whitelist is or anything else, the harder it is. That's usually a check in the right direction, like clicking off the checkbox, where it's like, if they're making you work for something, that means that by default, they're trying to divert, or they're trying to avoid all the bot activity, whether it's on Discord and so on and so forth. But yeah, where are we at? Burner accounts creates a soft barrier so NFTs don't get hacked from main wallet, but can links also drain funds available in that burner wallet? Yes, they can. But that's why you want to delegate, like what you delegate, Acro, is like into that, like whatever wallet you delegate to. Don't put like, there's no sense, like just use it for whatever mint you need or so, you know what I'm saying? Instead of stringing up a whole new burner, doesn't have to rug to still go to 0. Exactly. Like,
womp, womp.
Right. You ain't wrong. But yeah, like Acro, it's only what's in that delegated wallet. So you always want to keep the minimum in there. So whether that's $5, $10, $50, $100, whatever it is, that's the only thing. But no 1000x there. Yeah. Meme coins is a whole other topic, Millie. We could get, I mean, there's so much like that I like to go into with meme coins, but yeah.
So let's shift gears.
Yeah.
So we've talked a lot about wallets, and it seems to me that there are dozens, if not hundreds, of different wallets. So how do you pick which wallets you want to use? Why do you have so many wallets? It depends on the chain. Like, how do you figure out what wallets you want to use and what's best for you?
So we had this discussion, if you remember, right, Magic, where you were like, oh, I got to buy I want to buy stacks in Bitcoin. Okay, I need this wallet. Okay, but now if I want to buy this, if I want to buy the Thon token, I need the Tron Link wallet. Okay, but now if I want to get this, I need this other. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you had my head spinning. I was like, why?
It's wallet overload, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing out here? Like, this is crazy.
That's literally like my moment where I was like, I truly know nothing about this stuff. Like,
it's not easy. It's not easy. It really, really isn't easy. And right now, like, if I had to give like 2 wallets that I think really cover like the broad spectrum, that really give a good outlook, and a lot of people won't heed this advice because they already have, like, for those of you that are already in crypto, right, that are already using like MetaMask, I know, and I'm talking directly to you people. Yes, you people, like, get away as far away from MetaMask as you can. I'm telling you. And the thing to know, and let me just say this one thing too. The wallet, MetaMask, okay, the wallet address that you have represents your holdings on that chain. So if you have an Ethereum, like on MetaMask, you have Ethereum, you have Binance, you have all these different chains, right? That public address represents your holdings and what you have in that wallet on chain. MetaMask is just the user interface that you're using in order to be able to see your holdings, how you interact with it, what tools are there. So you guys remember how I said use Uniswap wallet, right? Much Magic. She knows that. Yeah, like much.
Not afraid to admit it.
Yeah, a much easier UI when it comes to Uniswap wallet, right? But the whole point, like you heard Magic say, different chains sometimes require different wallets because they do different things, right? Like for Bitcoin, totally separate wallet. MetaMask is now adding like, compatibility with Bitcoin, but predominantly you would have heard the term EVM, which means like Ethereum virtual machine. So it's like anything that was Ethereum or built on Ethereum, that's what you'd use MetaMask for. So Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Polygon, Optimism, Arbitrum, right? So there's all these different layer twos. But the way in which you choose it is by like that UI interface, that like notifications. Look for tools, like look for wallets that have that. But also see if you can get one that's like kind of all encompassing. I just realized now that I talk a lot with my hands. I don't know why. Maybe it's a Brooklyn thing. But
Yeah.
Uniswap wallet is one, and another one is OKX wallet. And Magic, you downloaded OKX wallet, right? Like, how's your experience been with OKX wallet? Easy.
I haven't done anything since I downloaded it.
But we did that virtuals one, right? Like, so the point is like on OKX wallet, you can interact with, it's probably like 90 different chains. And the trick is here, you want to be able to interact with these chains and be able to see what your holdings are. Really, really simple. But in the event that you're brand new and you're listening to this, I have an incredible resource for you guys. Like really like an absolutely incredible one. And I want to share it with you guys. It's called Genius Terminal. So what Genius Terminal is, and hold on, I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see. Share screen. Okay. So what Genius Terminal is this is Coinbase experience, right? So like you guys, for anyone that has a Coinbase account, it's centralized exchange experience, but decentralized, meaning like managing your own wallet. And what it is you launch this, there's no seed phrase, right? Literally none. You hit launch, you hit log in, and you can sign in with either Google or Apple. The majority of the world is going to use shit like this. They're not going to go and say, let me write down 12 words and let me see like, right? Like it's not going to happen, right? Again, remember this one thing though, crypto is still ever evolving. These products are still growing, yada, yada. So if I hit sign in with Google, right? I go to it comes up as my Google account, just like anything else. Done and done. I got no seed phrase, no nothing. All of that happens in the background. I can literally now start trading any token that is on Ethereum. Oops, sorry. That is on Ethereum, that is on Optimism, that is on Arbitrum, any what we said EVM chain, and you guys are going to get to see it here. Where are the chains? No, here. Here you go. So I can trade everything that's on Base, Solana, Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, and Ethereum. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different chains. There's no seed phrase that you need. You only need your Google and your Gmail account or your Apple ID to be able to log in. And you can start trading right away. Meme coins, meme tokens, anything that you want. You guys better use my referral link. I'm going to put that in the comments too, fuckers. So you're going to sign up. Come on, Magic. I got to at least, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, use that.
Shaking it out there. I see you.
But Magic, how much easier is this, something like this, than like writing down seed phrases and remembering and storing and all this other shit? We want
Hey, I listened to that. I listened to that space that you had. I think his name was Ryan.
Yeah.
And he sent me $15 in Soul to my wallet when I got it going.
And to everybody here that's listening,
I listened.
Let's go. All right, Magic. To everybody here that's listening to this right now, if you actually create an account using that referral link, then you send, and I'll put his Twitter handle in the comments as well. You literally message him and be like, hey, I listened to you on Dave's space. He's going to send you 10 or 15 bucks in Soul for free. Now, here's the coolest part. So I saw somebody say, can you actually use Google Pay or whatever? You can deposit via credit or debit card. It's all using Stripe, your bank account, Coinbase, or you can fund it from a crypto wallet. 4 different
So Acro is asking 2 different questions. Is OKX wallet similar to Phantom, and is Genius similar to Moonshot?
Yes. Yes and yes. So OKX, similar to Phantom. Yep, 100%. They are direct competitors, but just different chains. Phantom is heavy Solana. OKX, I would say, I think it's more like region specific, right? Like OKX is more like the APAC, Asia Pacific region, right? It's really like, it's kind of, it's a little bit, yeah, I would say it's more like region specific, but functionality wise, super similar. We don't got to go into the little nuance. I don't want to confuse anybody, but yes, Acro, like Phantom and OKX, pretty similar. Both amazing wallets, by the way. Uniswap, Phantom, OKX, love them all. Genius, very similar to Moonshot, right? Very similar to Moonshot. You can fund it whichever way you want. The difference here, right, with Genius is the second something comes, you don't have to wait for them to ultimately, and this is for the degens that are out there right now, okay? So if you're just getting started, like earmuffs for a second. For all you freaking degenerates that are out there right now, when you go to trade on Genius, right, what you can do is you can look up any single contract here. You just take it off of Safe Search, right? You click this off. Any contract that is on chain that has a liquidity pool attached to it and it is able to be traded, you can 100% be able to trade it. So if I type in Banker Coin, right? Like this is one of Viper's favorites. Like this isn't listed on major exchanges, right? Like it's just not. So I can click on this now and be able to literally trade, buy or sell this like immediately, right away, right? I can fund it by either my debit card, my bank account, my Coinbase account, or if I want to send crypto from another wallet, or just use the referral link, message Ryan, which I'm going to give you his what's it called now, and he'll give you $15 in Soul. Now, here's the kicker with Genius. This is the kicker with Genius. You can use a Magic. You remember this when we were like, oh, we got a bridge. Oh, we got to do this. Oh, we got to send this, and we got to withdraw. And on this, with Genius, you genuinely do not have to worry about bridging from one to another. So if I have Solana in my wallet, right, and I want to swap that Solana for a token, let's say on like Vipers, right? If I want to swap for Banker, which is on the base chain, I don't have to do anything. I can literally just go here, right? Hit buy.
And why is that? Why can this wallet do it, but other wallets don't? Like other wallets have to do all the swapping. Is it just like an infrastructure thing that they're not built out as well?
Correct. That's it. You nailed it. That is exactly it. There is just, they've spent a lot more money. These guys raised almost 9 or 10 million bucks. They have a dev team that is probably 25 or 30 deep. And they do this day and night. And night. Oh, they just be clear. If Genius goes down, your funds are gone, right? Nope. No. Absolutely not. You do 100% no. Again, I want to be clear with everybody. Good question, Millie. Your funds are not gone. Genius is just the interface, just like any other wallet. It's just the user interface. So if something happens, you can't call up, like you can obviously reach out to Genius and be like, hey, I'm not seeing this or I'm not seeing that. But when Trump coin launched, right, if you remember listening to Ryan on the stream, people were calling and being like, hey, can you call Solana and let them know that like my stuff isn't going through? Or like I tried to like send from Coinbase and I couldn't do it. It's like, what? D, yes, my link is safe. D, stop it. Click that link. That's a safe link. Yeah, Millie. So this is the interface, okay? I need people to look at this as like, this is like the layer here, like the curtain. When you pull back the curtain and you look behind, that's all the blockchain stuff happening in the background. Your wallet lives on chain, okay? Like Genius doesn't hold your keys, right? Like none of that. Like when you write your 12 words down, that address is 100% on the blockchain. So for your funds to be gone, gas fees are, it's not gas fees. It's a little bit pricier, Acro, and I'll get to that in a second. But like, if you use this, right, your funds are, the only way for your funds to be gone is if your Google account or your Apple account gets hacked. And think about that. You're a lot less likely to get your Google account hacked than you are your app, like, you know, your 12 words or connecting to another site. You know what I'm saying? And now you have access to all these different chains, and you don't have to worry about bridging here, bridging there, doing this, doing that. I can swap Solana for Banker Coin, for anything on Base, anything on Ethereum, anything on Optimism. Yeah, exactly. Millie, I'm telling you, great question. And I'm glad we were able to clarify it. Wallet addresses, your money lives on the blockchain. It is not held by Genius. It is not held by MetaMask. It is not held by Uniswap or Phantom or OKX. None of that. If your Google account gets hacked, can they access your Genius? Yes. Yes, they can. Don't let your fucking Google account get hacked. Jay Green, coolest man in showbiz. Definitely.
Oh, this is a good question.
Yeah, good question, Slider. So who has the seed phrase? Without getting too technical, what it does is it uses this protocol called Lit protocol. And when you create it, it's essentially they shard it and they split it up, right? They split up keys into like across all the different nodes. And when you log in and you hit that Google button, it then creates a function on the chain where it brings it all together. Boom, links up. Good. But you have to verify your Google account or your Apple account in order for that, like the beginning of that, like whole, like, I guess, trail to kind of take place. So it's sharded across. It's something called Lit protocol, L-I-T, if you want to look into it, Slider. I feel like Slider's got.
Can you go back to this one now?
Yeah. Gas fees on Genius. It's gas fees plus other fees. I think from what Ryan said, they're going to eliminate a lot of like Genius fees for a couple months, but it is a little bit pricier than most because of the convenience and the safety aspect of it, right? So like you're going to, like in crypto, you're going to sacrifice some things, one for the other. If you've been hacked a few times and you're tired of getting fucking hacked, use Genius, right? Like go use Genius. And I think it's going to be a much better experience for a lot of people, for sure. Yeah.
All right. You ready to transition and start winding down? If you want to keep it under an hour and a half, yeah?
Yeah. I need 90 minutes because dumbass Landy says he's sharded. I got a space with Landy at 2 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah. What do we want to talk about?
All right. Okay. So let's see if we can cover both of these. Can you recommend resources for trustworthy crypto news and recommendations? Like kind of your go-tos? Like, are you just in spaces? Like, what's sort of you wake up, what do you start doing? Like in terms of where do you go to find out what's going on?
Yeah. Oh, you can also.
Can I take this down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to show? Are you going to show stuff?
Actually, real quick, 1 second before we get into that. Oh, just brought up a really good point. So hold on 1 second. I want to share one last thing because you can trade OMI on Genius. So everybody is aware, just to make it relatable for a bunch of people. OMI token. Bam. Done and done. You can literally, it's this simple, right? Buy like ETH. You can use like whatever assets, you know, like buy from other assets, like whatever you currently hold. You have Solana, you have USD, right? Like, look, I can literally use Sol to swap for OMI, right?
So I have some just random meme coin with that $15 that he sent me. I put it on a meme and was like, let's see what happens. I could switch from that meme token to OMI.
Yeah.
Swap.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. like if it's on chain, it's on Genius, right? And sometimes you might have to search by the contract, by the CA, as the cool kids call it, as we learned last episode. But no, this was. Oh, I'm glad that you mentioned this, because this is super important. I can even try and do this now. I don't know if this will go through because it's just for a very little amount of money and it might not make sense like on the fees. But let's see if I can submit this. So you guys see what I'm doing? I'm swapping Sol on Solana for OMI token that's on base. I don't know if it's actually going to go through or not, because it might be a little bit. Look, Sol OMI order finalizing. Might not be enough money, but if it is, it'd be great. And it happens super quick. Like, think about this, right? This is now bridging and swapping all at the same time, so that you can ultimately now like trade all this other thing. May not have landed on chain. Check your transaction history, right? So I think it was just too less of the fees. But I probably need to add a little bit like more. So, maybe if we did this Orbiter token, this was an airdrop that I got for, let's say, OMI token. Let's see the $30 if I want to swap this. Now, Orbiter token, right, is on Arbitrum, right? It's another L2. So now I want to go from here to here. Let's see. Hopefully this isn't live disaster like it normally is. I should probably test this stuff out beforehand. But like, it's meant to be trading like when you want a little bit more size, right? Like if you want to do something for $100, $150, $200, right? Like if you're doing stuff for $5, $10, this might not be the thing, right? Like I wouldn't do that. So like, just, be wary. But like, because you are going to pay some fees because of the convenience aspect and what it can genuinely do for you. So you don't have to worry about bridging and this and that, because there's costs and everything else associated with it. This just lumps it all together, because if you think that it's just gas fees, it's not. Because to go from one chain to another, you have to bridge. That costs money, right? Then to ultimately move from one wallet to another, that costs more money. So yeah.
So if I wanted to just go into this wallet that I have and buy OMI straight up, I could do the same thing that you showed us earlier, like use my credit card or do a swap or link my bank.
Yep, you got it. So for your, what's it called?
Wow, we've come a long way from what was it, Gate?
Yeah. What was it? No, was it Gate? Was it what was it?
I used two different ones. I think I used Gate and then I used something else after that. I forgot what.
Gate
was it Bitworks?
Gate had the OMI ETH pair. You're right. Oh my God, I didn't even remember that until now. But it was mostly, and if y'all remember the saga for what's it called? Bitforex. Yeah, Bitforex, and then there was a Sendex and a bunch of others. Crazy.
Wild. Okay, so we kind of deviated from going into news, daily news, and
okay, let's do it.
Yeah, what are your kind of go-to resources? What do you find is like trustworthy news for things crypto related, or what you would recommend for people that just want to stay informed, want to learn what's going on?
So the best news source obviously is me and us and what we do out here. That's first and foremost. Come to ATC, All Things Crypto. It is a Monday through Thursday show where we literally break down all of like the top news stories. So myself, Cool, Landy, Nat, right? Like Samara, we have a bunch of like really like, I don't want to say experts because nobody's an expert out here, but a bunch of very, very knowledgeable people that are on these panels. It's 5:30 p.m. You can check it out, obviously, like on my timeline. I create all those different spaces Monday through Thursday, 5:30 to 7. But if you want to actually like find like what some good resources are, and Magic, maybe we could do like an AI episode next and AI in crypto. But I used something yesterday that was so fucking. I know we're almost out of time, but I used something yesterday called.
Don't do the squirrel thing. Don't do the squirrel thing.
No, I'm just saying ChatGPT Operator, where I told it, hey, like compile me all of the top news stories, right? Like for the week. And for the reset, right? Because I do the reset Sunday. And it literally, you watch it actually open up a browser, search the web, and do all this crazy shit. But it's like an agent that you have access. It's crazy. But ultimately, good resources for crypto. Coin Bureau is a great one. I'll just put these names. How do I spell Coin Bureau? No, Coin Bureau. I don't want to say this is the best one, but it's good to know like just what happenings. Cointelegraph. You have Forbes Web3, Forbes Crypto, Forbes Web3. And you also have Coin Bureau, Cointelegraph. And I think it's just also other accounts to follow, right? I think, and this is what I think is most important, right? Understand who's like a paid shill, like who's a paid, they call KOL, like key opinion leader. I fucking hate that term. And Landy, no, we are not KOLs. But look, understand if you're following an account like an altcoin daily, all right, they might have exclusives, or like a Mario, right? Like Mario Nafal. Those are some of the bigger crypto accounts, right? And it's just like, okay, cool. But like, understand that money drives a lot of the stuff. So you want to follow accounts that are not so much like calling. If this is what you want, that's cool. But if you genuinely just want like actual news, like those are the accounts you want to follow. If you're looking for like plays and what's the hot new thing and yada yada, like do it. That's great. But for actual genuine news, right, you want to follow some of the bigger names. And I genuinely like Coin Bureau. I like Cointelegraph to know what's going on. Like there's a bunch of different Telegram bots, right? Like one is at like on Telegram. If you're on Telegram, it's at Crypto News. Literally at Crypto News on Telegram. You know, there's a bunch of like little like mini apps that you can use, but I like Crypto News. I like Coin Bureau. I like Cointelegraph. And then just like double check shit, right? Like don't just read one news source and then be like, oh, okay, this is cool. Oh, there's one really amazing account on Twitter. It's called Watcher Guru, and they just put out headlines, right? Watcher Guru is great. It's got like the whale emoji. You guys should be able to see it. But Watcher Guru is great because they literally like any breaking news story or anything that's coming on it really is. It's amazing. And I will plug these two things. Hold on, because this is coming online very, very soon. This is going to be news, info, insight. I mean, everything. Junie. And also, I forgot because I'm a squirrel. I just forgot what the second one was going to be. So story time. AI and AIXVT. Sorry, AIXVT. And follow that one. That can give you guys some like AIXVT is incredible, absolutely incredible for like those that have been in crypto for a little bit and kind of know their way around. So if like you're more of like intermediate, like not so much novice, and you kind of know what's what and know how to make some moves, this is amazing because what it does is it aggregates a ton of different data sources and really gives you insight into really like what the plays are, like genuinely. And if y'all want, I'll give y'all a little okay. I'm gonna give you all this, okay? Because I never make calls. You guys know the drill. Not financial advice. Yada yada yada. I own this specifically just so that you guys know, and this is not a joke. This is the token that I bought a shit ton of in the last few days. It is one of these AI agent tokens where it's an infrastructure play where people ultimately can go and actually build on this platform. So I'm not going to give you all the website, whatever. You're going to have to do your own homework if that's something that you want to do. Don't come crying to me if you lose money. This is not what this is about. I'm just trying to put you guys on so that you can genuinely understand what is actually out there. But I figure why not give a little bit of a gem to everybody that's listening while we're here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's wrap things up because this is probably going to be take a few minutes to go through.
Yeah.
So, and going over the latest news because everything is moving very fast right now with the new presidency.
Yep.
So Trump has made some type of statement that crypto and NFTs are digital assets.
Yeah.
And that has now been said very publicly, so that the whole country now is hearing these words. Things that we've already believed, but now you have the president of the United States saying that. So what can that mean, I guess, both short and long term?
I mean, it's hella bullish for like this entire space, right? Like when you look at it, The one thing they did decipher though too is they deemed them not as personal property, which is a very big difference from like what the UK has actually done. But I think to zoom out without getting into the minutia and like really critical, what I think this really signifies and what people need to pay attention to now is there is now a crypto czar, right? Like David Sachs is now heading, there's a full-on task force in the White House that is just focused on digital assets. And it's being headed up by a gentleman named David Sachs. And this is something that we want because now, yeah, fuck you, Landy. And now, like what we have is literally the foundation for what is going to be like true, genuine, real crypto regulation with the input of the crypto and like the blockchain industry. You get what I mean? Because before, what Gensler and the whole crew were doing was legislation by what do they call it? Legislation by not arbitration. I forgot what the term was, but ultimately they were trying to use the law to ultimately just enforce all these different, like these crazy ass laws without consulting the crypto community, right? It was absolutely insane. It's like, how do you create crypto regulation without actually talking to like Brian Armstrong and Coinbase? It doesn't make any sense, right? Like the onboarding tool for like literally all Americans and a ton of other countries around the world, because it's an international company. It is a publicly traded company, and you're saying you don't want to meet with them to talk to them. So this is a huge thing when it comes to digital assets, NFTs, all of it. We're now going to have regulatory clarity probably in the very, very near future. And I think long term, this is incredible news for this entire space. Yeah.
That was so succinct. I'm so proud of you.
I try. I know it's limited time. Sorry.
Okay, so I think we'll need to chat about where we want to go next. Maybe we're going to delve into AI. You think?
I would love to.
Next episode.
Yeah. I would really love to like jump into the AI agent conversation, because the convergence of like AI and blockchain is going to be something that, man, like people can't really imagine the scope and the size of really what this is going to be. Like that ticker, that ticker that I put in there, that's going to be one of the infra plays, and like there's tons of them that are out there, right? So maybe next episode we do kind of like an AI and like an AI agent episode where we can actually go. Appreciate you, Slider, and thanks for everybody that came through. I think let's do an AI agent episode like next week, so that people can really see like what the opportunity really genuinely is out here, because there's so much of it. It is absolutely ginormous. And there's a lot of money to be made if you just look in the right places. But obviously, like, we wanted to prep everybody first and kind of give them the outlay of like safety first kind of deal. You know what I mean? Because if you're fairly new, I know this could be really heavy, but yeah, I think next week AI agents and how AI and the blockchain kind of work together, and we go from there. What do you think?
Sounds good. So are we on for next week?
Done and done. Hell yeah, you better believe it, for sure.
And in the meantime, our goal is to get some shorts out. So if you guys can follow us on TikTok, it is at Crypto Magic Hour, and we will try to get some info there. And what's up, Ski? All right. So till next week. See you guys.